Alright, so here's a story on how I lost a best friend. Yup, that's right. Yeah, I lost a best friend. Sort of my mom's fault, but I love telling this story. It's a pretty funny story. Chat, are you ready for this? Yeah, I know. It's gonna be crazy. I need to take my headphones off for this. I'm so sorry. It is so hot in my room, bro. Started about 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. 3 years ago, right? I meet this kid, and he seems like a pretty chill kid. He goes to my school. We're gonna call him Jason. His name's Jason, right? Pretty cool guy. He's really short. You know. I'd say he's like 4'11". No, not even 4'8". He's 4'8", right? And some things about him that I feel like you should know is he has anger issues. He gets mad a lot, and people with anger issues aren't always the brightest, you know. So you can do some things that will piss them off, some very small things that just piss them off and make them really mad, and that's not good. Chat. Do you want to know how I lost the friend? Do you want to know how I lost this friend? Well, it was kind of stupid, but basically every Friday, it was a half day after school, and around the time I'm in 8th grade, I think, or I was a freshman. Frick, I don't know. I don't even know if this was 4 years ago. I don't know my time. I can't even keep track anymore. But basically, I'm the best YouTuber. Thank you, bro. But basically, you know, we'd always hang out after school. You know, it was the normal tradition. We'd go out, we'd go shopping, we'd blow our money, and we'd have a great time. We'd really turn up, you know. It was great. It was great until one day, chat. Things kind of took a turn for the worst, you know. It was one Friday, and it was about to be the end of the day. And normally we would blow our money and then hang out at my house or the park. We were initially going to hang out at my house, and my house is walking distance from my school. So I was like, man, you know, I'm really not feeling going and hanging out with Jason, you know. I just didn't want to hang out. That's the truth. I just didn't want to yeah, I know. Chat, am I getting rizzy right now? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying, but the point is I didn't want to hang out with him today. So what did I do? What do I do? So I was like, I need to make an excuse to not hang out with him. So a lot of you guys know that I do acting, right? It's something that I do. And he knew that at the time too. I was really big into acting. I think I was in Beauty and the Beast play or Peter Pan play. I don't know. But I did have a big role in it. So I was like, man, he goes up to me and he's like, yo, are you ready to hang out, after school? Keep in mind, bell rang. Lunch was over. It's a half day, so school was just about to end. Nothing, you're the best YouTuber. I know. But school is about to end, and he already thought we were gonna hang out just like that, you know, because, you know, it was like a tradition to hang out every day after school on Friday. But, you know, today I just wasn't feeling it, so I was like, yo, Jason, I have play rehearsal, later after school this Friday. Yeah, I know, man. I can't hang out. Sorry, bro. I just can't hang out. And, he's like, no, you don't. You don't have rehearsal. And then I start to panic a little bit, you know. You know when someone catches you in a lie and you don't have any, like, better lies to back it up? And you just sort of panic, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what happens, you know. I start to panic a little bit. And, I'm like, it's tech rehearsal. Yeah, I had tech rehearsal, you know, this Friday. Yeah, change your plans, man. Can't hang out. Oh, well, I don't know what to say, man. And the funny thing is that, his mom would always pick him up at my house, But there was a park that we would hang out that's like right next to my house. So he was like, all right, you know, man, I'm just going to go to the park. I'm just going to walk over to the park. Good luck on your tech rehearsal. I'm like, thanks, man, thanks. But yeah, I was also going to go home. I just really didn't want to hang out with them. And I know the title of the video is going to be, the title of the video is, how I lost, like, one of my best friends or whatever. Whatever I freaking titled this video. But, in reality, I ended up losing him that day. Not like that. Pause. For all the immature people in the chat. Basically, he walks home first. I walk home after him. I tell him that I'm getting picked up. I need to go straight to the place, you know. Practice starts right away. I need to get ready, bro. I need to get rizzy, dizzy, glizzy. I don't even know what I'm saying. But I told him I need to get ready. So he's like, alright. And then he starts walking to the park. And so I make sure, this is the weird part. I kind of stalked him. So I walked like 30 feet behind him. And it's a good thing that he didn't end up noticing me. Like, he was walking on the sidewalk, and I was, like, right behind him, just to make sure he didn't go to my house for whatever reason. I don't know, bro. I was paranoid. I really didn't want to hang out with him, but I was actually trying to go to my house to edit some videos and do some work. At the time, I only had, like, 100 subscribers. I'm at a bit more than that now. But, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna go to my house, edit, get some work done, and just hang out by myself, you know. I just didn't feel like hanging out with him, and I didn't want to tell him that, you know. I have a hard time saying no. I'm a people pleaser. That's just who I am. So basically, he finally gets to the park, and then I see him on the swing set. I kind of maneuver around him, you know. He doesn't see me. That's the good thing, you know. That was the plan. The plan was he'd go to the park, wait for his mom to pick him up, and I would go to my house. And for whatever reason, he stays there for like 2 hours or whatever. He stays a lot longer than he usually would. But he says his mom is going to pick him up, so everything's everything's great, right? The whole situation's great. I get home, and the first thing I start doing is I get to work. I start making thumbnails. I start editing. Keep in mind, my videos absolutely sucked back then. I wouldn't even consider myself a YouTuber, but back then I did. My videos freaking sucked back then. If you really want to see my content, go to my oldest videos and you'll see what I was editing. But nonetheless, you know, I was still on the grind, and I got to work. Basically, what had happened was 30 minutes after I got home and started doing my work, my mom was like, hey, well, why isn't Jason here? You know, he always comes. And I'm like, oh, you know, yeah, he didn't want to hang out, you know, like, he just wanted to go to the park. And then my mom's like, you know, it's pretty hot, you know, don't you think he should come inside and eat some food or whatever, you know, maybe go out or whatever. And I'm like, no, it's okay. It's okay. No, mom, that wouldn't be necessary. That wouldn't be necessary, mom, that wouldn't be necessary. All right, just chill out. We don't need that. And then my mom walks to the other room. And keep in mind, I'm outside when this is happening. I'm in my backyard. I think I was going to go swimming or whatever. And my mom just walks in the house. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. She didn't really say anything. What is she doing? So, you know, I'm like, you know, I'm just going to get my swimsuit on. And I'm going to hop in the pool. And I do that, jump in the pool. It was a nice day. It was a nice sunny day. It was pretty hot, I can't lie. But, you know, as I'm swimming, I'm like 10 minutes into swimming, and then I start hearing my mom talking, and I'm like, who is my mom talking to, you know? But I didn't know who she was talking to. I don't think she was on speakerphone, so I didn't really know. But I was curious, So I got out of the pool, kind of sneaked behind the wall, like in the movies, how they kind of creep past. You know what I'm saying? I kind of just looked to my side, looked from the corner of the wall inside, and then I hear a familiar voice. There's a 90 or 80% chance that this is Jason's voice. And I'm like, why is my mom calling Jason, Like, this doesn't make sense, you know what I'm saying? But then it all clicks, Then I think some more. And I hear her say the words, these words that she said actually ruined our entire relationship. Keep in mind, we've been almost best friends for like 3 years. The words that came out of my mom's mouth were the words that actually ended our friendship. I know. Chat, hold your horses. Chat, don't get too excited just yet, chat. This is where it gets bad. All right. She says, yeah. She says, oh, Kevin? he doesn't have rehearsal today. Tech week? That's not till a month. My mom sold me. My heart dropped. And I just kind of sank in the pool. And I went back, keep in mind, I went back in the pool and I kind of just sank down there. And then I hear it, and she goes outside and she talks to him. And she's like, well, yeah, he doesn't have rehearsal. That's weird. I'll go talk to him. And she also says the words, yeah, he's over right now. You can come over. And if you remember from the beginning of the story, chat, I did say that Jason has a bit of anger issues. So this wasn't that good. And when I say anger issues, he's broken windows from a car. He's threatened to hit me with a baseball bat. True story. And he's done a lot of bad things to his brothers, and he actually did end up getting expelled from my school. So I was in a bit of trouble. Not really. Because, remember, he was 4'8". So, I mean, what's the worst he could do to me? Why did he get expelled, though? I think he brought a knife to school and threatened to, attack some people. Basically, he was heading over. I even heard him say, because he was on speakerphone now, or at least maybe he was already on speakerphone, I could just hear him now. He didn't sound too happy either. He was just like, alright, I'm heading over right now. I don't know, he did not have a deep voice at all. He had a pretty high-pitched voice. He was like, alright, I'm coming over right now! But he didn't seem too happy. And then my mom comes over and she talks to me. And she says, you don't have rehearsal today. Kevin, why do you lie? And I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry. I don't remember exactly what she said. Keep in mind this was 3 years ago. But she's like, get ready. He's coming over. And I'm kind of mad, bro. Because I told my mom not to tell Jason that I was coming over. I was like, no, don't tell him he's coming over. No, he's not allowed to come over, Mom. No, I can't hang out with him. But she texts him saying to come over. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm done. This is it. GG's. RIP in the chat. I'm done. This is it. So now he's coming over. And I'm like, Mom, you sold everything. And I was still kind of wet, so I need to dry off, and then I need to wait in front of my house to let him in. W Moms, yeah, she did ruin our relationship, but, W Mom in the chat, sure. She basically texted him to come over, and I was like, no, he can't come over. And it was already too late. I couldn't stop her. I don't think she did say it on, I don't remember too much, but I don't think she said it on the phone to come over. I think okay, I remember what happened now. On phone, she said that I didn't have rehearsal, I said, hang up, I need to tell you something important. I hang up for her. And then I tell her, Mom, Jason's not coming over. He's just not coming over. I make up another excuse. I just tell him, I don't want to hang out. He's not coming over. That's it. And then she's like, I'm sorry. I just texted him he was coming over. Jason's a bit of a character, if I would say so myself. I'm gonna open this Pokemon pack. He gets mad over really small things, and I already knew I was in hot water with this one. So, basically, Jason's coming over. I dry off, and, my house is like 2 minutes away from the park. So, I need to wait in front of my house to meet him. And, oh, it felt like forever, dude. It felt like an eternity. I was just waiting, bro. It definitely took him more than 2 minutes to come over to my house. He is very short, so it probably took him some extra steps, and I pulled nothing from this pack. But I finally saw like a little speck ant thing. I saw him from like a bit of afar, and I was like, oh gosh, oh crap, he's coming. He's coming. This isn't gonna be good. And I just had to accept my fate. At this point, I had to accept my fate, chat. And he eventually got closer, and he's like stomping, like he's not happy. He's like, oh, he's walking, he's not happy. I'll give you guys an impression of him. This is basically what he's doing. He was really short, so he's kind of like. This is how he's walking. It's super cringe, but he's coming here, and I'm just standing. Oh, my freaking sign keeps dropping, and I'm just standing there like this, and I'm nervous. What is he gonna do to me? Is he gonna hurt me? Probably not, cause I'm Kevin's cooked, and I don't let that stuff get to me, if you know what I mean. But eventually, he got up to me. And I'm like, yo, what's up, Jason? And then he doesn't even talk to me. He just walks inside. I'm like, what's that? Is he going to my room? No, this is bad. Is he going to delete my YouTube channel? What's going to happen? He goes straight outside. He grabs a rock. And I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, oh, no, stop. So I tell him to put down the rock. This is where things go bad. So, this is what happened. A, he grabs the rock and he smashes the window. B, he grabs the rock, he threatens to hit me with the rock unless I do one of his commands or whatever. Okay, obviously it's not freaking B. And C, frick! It's none of the above. Because you know what he does next? You know what he does next, chat? He starts throwing it at my chickens, okay? Did you see the chicken I had previously in front of stream? He starts throwing it at the chickens, and I'm like, no, stop. He's trying to hurt them. He's trying to hurt my pets. And that's a huge no-no for me. See this bird right here? I think he was throwing it at, because this was my pet. This was my pet pigeon right there. I think he was actually throwing it at that, which made me furious, because that was my Blubber was the pigeon right here, and that was my favorite pet. And I thought he was gonna. I don't know if he did try to throw it. One of my birds. I love birds. I had parrots, pigeons, and chickens. Okay, if he attempted to throw it at my beloved pigeon, on both of my profile pictures, main channel and second channel, it would have been over for him. But my pigeon was there, okay? My pigeon was there. And he threw the rock pretty close. So, already, this made me pretty upset. And he wasn't leaving. He went on my trampoline. I'm like, yo, you gotta go. You gotta go. Chat, what do you think he does next? What do you think he does next? No, he doesn't leave. He doesn't freaking leave. Then my mom offers to make him food or whatever. My mom's like, are you two okay? You know what's going on? And then before I can say anything, before I can say anything, he's like, go away. Or no, sorry, I'm sorry. He had a very high pitched voice. He's like, I can't even make it. I can't even make a good impression of him. He just says go. He's like, go away. Like some weird anime type stuff. I'm like, dude, what? I should have unfriended this dude a while ago, IRL. Why am I still friends with this dude? And I'm like, listen, man, you need to leave my house. I'm sorry, but I'm just not hanging out with you anymore. Like, I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore, you know. And then he stays there for a little more until his mom comes. And then I guess he looks at his phone and he doesn't say anything to me. And he just walks through my house into my front yard. And then he goes home without saying... No. He does say something. You know what the last words he said? He said, don't ask me for anything else. I don't know if I'm twisting it up a bit. It was 3 years ago. But he said, don't ask me for anything else. Now, this really made me mad because I'd always pay for his food. I'd pay for everything. I was basically this dude's sugar daddy or whatever, you know. I'd always spend my money on him, and that made me really mad because there's like, I think the last time we hung out was like the first time he actually paid for me, which was like insane. And I knew he wasn't going to do it ever again. I think he expected me to pay him back too. So I was like, what the heck? And that just really did it for me. I'm like, okay, bud. Alright. And the thing about that was, it really hurt because later at school, he started kind of making fun of me, and he started dogging on my channel, which, I mean, I don't blame him. At the time, my channel did really suck. You know, I had like 100 subs or whatever. But still, he was dogging on my channel. He said that I shouldn't post. It's a waste of my time, you know. And he said I would never make it. Now, the reason why I am telling you this story is because ever since that day, he'd always like make fun of me. He finally got expelled from my school, which was honestly amazing. I was so done with him. He sucked. He was so annoying. But the thing is, I still had DMs with him. I think I blocked him, but then I unblocked him. He just never really texted me back. He told me how much I sucked and all this stuff. All because of that one day. All because I didn't want to hang out with them. All because I didn't want to hang out with them. A 3-year friendship got lost. You could argue that it was my mom, but here's the funny thing, right? About a week ago, or was it 2 weeks ago? Something like that. About 2 weeks ago, I hit 10,000 subscribers. Now that's cool and all, but I know you guys are probably like, yo, Kevin, how does this relate with anything right now? For the first time in 3 years, he DMs me. Now, he'd always hate on my channel and everything, and I just see Jason, a notification from him. I'm like, wait, did I block this dude? Wait, he's DMing me right now. What the fluff? And so, I pick up my phone, not thinking too much of it. I'm probably thinking he's just saying sorry, maybe, or I don't know. Probably saying my channel still sucks, or I don't know. I don't really think too much of it. I read the texts, and I don't know where my phone is. Basically what he says is, he says, congratulations on 10,000 subscribers. And then he says, listen, man, I'm sorry for saying that your YouTube channel sucks and you wouldn't make it to, whatever milestone it was. And he said, we need to hang out some more and stuff. Basically, 3 days after I hit 10,000 subscribers, he starts DMing me back. And the thing I don't like about this is it feels like right when I blew up and I actually started doing good, bro was like, yo, Kevin, remember me, man? Yo, what's up? Yeah, about what happened back then, you know, I'm sorry about that, you know, that was in the past, but want to hang out, you know? And I was like, guess, take a hot guess for what I said. What did I say? Nothing, I just blocked him. No, I'm not hanging out with him. The number one rule or something you guys can take away from the story is whenever something like that happens, whenever you do great and you weren't great before, and your haters come back, and the people, the thing that really annoys me is when people don't believe you. They say you're gonna do bad or whatever, and then and then once you actually blow up, you do good. They come back and they're like, "Yo, what's up, man? Remember me?" And it's just like, bro, like, if anyone ever does that, number one rule: they're fake. Ignore them. Maybe say hi, say what's up, but ultimately, those aren't real friends. Those aren't real friends. Real friends stick with you, no matter what. No, even if you're at your all-time lows and stuff. A real friend wouldn't make fun of you until you finally succeed. They act like nothing happened, and they're like, "Yo, what's up, man? Remember me?" You know, it's just like, bro, get out of here with that, bro. I hate that. I hate that so much. Like, get out of here with that, man. I'm so done with that energy, bro. Just be careful, bro. That happens a lot. That happens a lot. I don't know what it's called, but for yourself, bro, just you're better than that, you know? You're worth more than that.